Hello everyone. Semantics is the study of understanding meanings. Meanings of words, meaning of phrases, meaning of clauses, and meaning of sentences. This lecture will focus on the two most important concepts used in semantics, and they are related to understanding meaning of words. And these concepts are known as sense and reference. So it means that we understand meaning of words through sense relations, and we understand meaning of words in a language through reference. So what is reference and what is sense, you will know in detail in this lecture. Let's begin and learn these two most important concepts in the area of semantics. Rule: every expression that has meaning has also sense, but not every expression has reference. So most often we are using expression, or language is full of expression. Expressions can be words, expression can be phrases, expression can be clauses, expression can be sentences, and expression can be a long text also, right? So it says that every expression that has meaning, and then every expression has meaning, because you see that right now I'm teaching or I'm giving lecture on sense and reference. So sense has also meaning, reference has also meaning, every has also meaning, and expression has also meaning, right? But not every expression has reference. Now what is reference? Reference means that an expression or a linguistic expression you use to refer to something or someone that exists in the real world. For example, if I say that I saw a girl, right? So a girl has meaning also, and a girl has reference also, because the girl exists in the real world. But if I say, for example, that I love you, so love is a word, it has meaning, but it doesn't have any reference that exists in the real world. Or for example, that if I say that today the weather is beautiful. The weather is beautiful. So when I say that the weather is beautiful, so the word beautiful or the expression beautiful has meaning. But the beautiful doesn't have reference that exists in the real world. This is okay what they say, that every expression that has meaning has sense also, which is meaning, that is also sense. But not every expression has reference, right? This is important. Now here we have some practice on this. For example, do the following words refer to things in the world? Like almost. Do you think that almost this word refer to anything in the world? Not at all. So this word or this expression almost, it has a meaning also, and it has a sense also, but it doesn't have or it doesn't refer to anything in the world. Now probable. Probable is a linguistic expression. It has meaning, it has sense, but it doesn't have any reference, or it does not refer to anything in the world, as we mention here that every expression that has meaning has also sense. So we have another word or expression that is and. Okay? So and is a word, and is an expression. It has meaning, it has sense, but it does not refer to anything in the world. And if yes is also an expression, right? And it has meaning, it has sense, but it does not refer to anything in the world. or above. It is also a linguistic expression. It has meaning, it has sense, but it doesn't have or it doesn't refer to anything in the world. So the answer for 1, 2, 3, 4 will be what? They do not refer to anything in the world. Question: do the following words refer to things in the world? No. Almost? No. Probable? No. And? No. If yes? No. Above? No. So you see that all these words are not nouns. Most often we see that nouns are those words which refer to things or people in the world. So almost is adverb, right? And we have some more expression like probable is also adverb, and is conjunction, right? And if yes is an expression, and above is a preposition, right? So we see that these words are not noun, and these linguistic expression, they do not refer to anything that exists in the world. Some more practice here we have. When you look up the meaning of a word in a dictionary, what do you find there? It's referent or an expression with the same sense. So of course, when we look at the meaning of a word in a dictionary, so we find there an expression with the same sense. We do not find like object like trees, ocean, girl, man, chair, right? Moon, table, pencil, these objects in dictionary, while we find expression with the same sense. For example, if you want to know the meaning of the word almost, so you can find the same word for this in dictionary, that is nearly. So that will be a word with the same sense. If you want to know the meaning of the word beautiful, so you may find there a word that'll be a pretty, right? Now the second point: is a dictionary full of words or full of things like a box or a sack? This is a question. If somebody asks you that is a dictionary full of words, of course it is full of words, not full of things like a box or a sack, right? Because we can't find bottle, we can't find trees, we can't find skies, we can't find people in the world, we can't find these all object and things in dictionary. So dictionary is not full of things, but dictionary is full of words. So we know meaning of words with relation to other words, right? So some words have meaning as well as sense, but some words have meaning, right? But they don't have sense. They have reference. Fine. The third point: could a foreigner learn the meaning of a very first words of English by having their typical reference point out to him? This is a question. If there is a foreigner learner who wants to learn English language, Pashto language, Urdu language, Hindi language, right? So when he doesn't know the meaning, so will he look up for the meaning of words in English, for example, words of English, by having their typical reference pointing out to him? Of course. Most often, if there's a foreigner and he wants to learn some words in English, okay, you call him, okay, that's a tree, and you point out. So he won't look up the meaning of words in dictionary, rather you point out. So these object and thing exist outside of dictionary in the real world, and they're called actually that knowing meaning through reference. They have, these words have reference. So you look at someone, okay, this is a bottle, and you point out to the bottle which exists in the world. So you are using actually a linguistic expression that a bottle, but a bottle exists in the real world. Or you tell someone, okay, that this is my cousin. So the word cousin Okay, it's a linguistic expression, but your cousin exists in the real world. So it means, okay, that you point out. So could a foreigner learn the meaning of very first words by English by looking the typical reference pointing out to him? The answer will be yes, right? The fourth point, that could a foreigner learn the meaning of his very first words of English by looking them up in English dictionary? Not at all. So when you are learning and you are at the basic stage, so you are not looking up for the meaning of words in dictionary, rather you are pointing out, okay, what something exists in the world. Comment. There is something essentially circular about the set of definition in dictionary, similarly defining the senses of words and other expressions often has something of this circular nature. How is circular nature? For example, that is not necessarily a bad thing, and in any case it is often unavoidable since its many cases, for example, cases of expression that have no referent and etc. So there is no way of indicating the meaning of an expression except with other words. Because if somebody asks you, okay, that do you know how a lion look like? So you can point out, okay, that's the lion, or you can show him or her a picture of a lion, of a tiger. But there might be some words, okay, that you cannot refer them in the real world. So ultimately, then you will go to the dictionary and you will understand him or her the meaning of that word with another word, and then it will be like a circular form. For example, somebody asks you, okay, what does it mean by pretty? So you tell him, okay, there's something that is beautiful. So then somebody asks you, okay, what does it mean by something? And then you will explain the meaning of something. So in every word, so this like kind of circular, but it's not something bad, it says, okay, because we sometimes we are compelled, okay, to defining a word with other expression in a language. Now, just as there is something grammatically complete about a whole sentence as opposed to a smaller expression such as a phrase or a single word, there is something semantically complete about a proposition as opposed to the sense of a phrase or a single word. One might say roughly that a proposition corresponds to a complete independent thought. And this complete independent thought can be expressed not through complete sentence. It can be through a phrase, or it can be through a word, right? For example, you are thirsty, if somebody's sitting in front of you, just ask, okay, get a glass of water, please. It's not a complete sentence. Or you say, water, please. And he gives you a glass of water. So a glass of water, please, or water, please, it conveys a complete thought. It's a proposition, right? If you want to understand what is proposition, so I have delivered a lecture that's in detail about proposition, that what is proposition.